In this world, every heroine is chosen by fate. But Su Yao was chosen by a system. A cold mechanical voice appeared in her mind one rainy night. Congratulations, host. You have been selected for the perfect romance system. Your mission is to seduce the male lead, complete romance tasks, and obtain a perfect life. The reward: money, beauty, success, survival, failure, punishment. Everything should have been simple. There was only one problem. She targeted the wrong man. And the man she accidentally seduced was the villain destined to destroy everyone. Chapter 1. The system chooses her. Su Yao was an ordinary office worker living in the bustling city of Shanghai. At 24, her life was miserable. Her boyfriend cheated on her. Her company overworked her. Her landlord raised the rent. One stormy night, exhausted and heartbroken, she fainted while crossing the street. When she opened her eyes, she heard a cold voice. Binding successful. A glowing screen appeared before her. Perfect romance system. Mission: conquer the male lead, Gu Baiken. Reward: wealth, status, beauty enhancement. Failure punishment: heart pain, bad luck, memory shocks. Su Yao nearly screamed. Am I hallucinating? The system answered immediately. Please proceed to the Royal Crown Hotel and create a fateful encounter with the male lead within 2 hours. Images appeared in her mind. The male lead. Gentle, elegant, warm smile, white suit. Name: Gu Baiken. The heir of the Gu family. The destined protagonist of this romance world. The system even highlighted him with a golden glow. Su Yao had no choice. Every time she resisted, sharp pain stabbed through her chest. So she rushed to the hotel. And that was where everything went wrong. Chapter 2. The Wrong Man. The hotel banquet hall was crowded with elites. Su Yao nervously searched for the man in white. Then she saw him. Tall, cold, dangerously handsome, wearing a white shirt beneath a black coat. Everyone around him looked terrified. The system suddenly alerted. Target detected. Without hesitation, Su Yao grabbed a glass of wine and, accidentally, crashed into him. Red wine spilled across his shirt. The entire hall fell silent. Someone whispered in horror. Is she insane? That's Lu Chengyan, the Lu family's mad dog. Su Yao froze. Lu Chengyan, not Gu Baiken. The man lowered his eyes slowly. Sharp, dark, predatory. He looked at her as though deciding whether to destroy her. The system glitched for a second. Then, error detected. Su Yao almost fainted. The wrong target. She had seduced the villain. Chapter 3. The villain notices her. In the original storyline, Lu Chengyan was the final antagonist. Cold-blooded, ruthless, obsessive. A business genius who eventually ruined both the male and female leads out of hatred. Rumors said he grew up abused by his family. He trusted no one, loved no one, feared nothing. But now, this terrifying man stared at Su Yao for a very long time. Instead of pushing her away, he took off his coat and placed it over her shoulders. The banquet hall exploded in shock. Even the system panicked. Warning, warning, villain affection increasing unexpectedly. Su Yao wanted to cry. Why was the villain interested in her? Chapter 4. Forced seduction tasks. The system continued issuing ridiculous tasks. Task: feed the male lead cake by hand. Unfortunately, every time Su Yao tried approaching Gu Baiken, something went wrong. She slipped, got interrupted, or somehow ended up near Lu Chengyan instead. At one charity gala, the system forced her to complete the feeding task within 10 minutes. Desperate, Su Yao carried a plate of cake through the crowd, but before she reached Gu Baiken, a hand suddenly wrapped around her wrist. Lu Chengyan, who are you trying to feed? His voice was calm, too calm. The system screamed. Host, danger level rising. Su Yao stammered nervously. No one. Lu Chengyan leaned closer. Then feed me. The entire room watched in horror as the infamous villain calmly opened his mouth. Su Yao's hand trembled while feeding him cake. Lu Chengyan smiled slightly. It was the first time anyone had ever seen him smile. And from that moment on, he refused to let her escape. Chapter 5. The system gaslights her. At first, Su Yao believed the system wanted to help her. But slowly, she realized something was wrong. The system constantly manipulated her emotions. It lied, twisted situations, created misunderstandings. Whenever Lu Chengyan showed genuine care, the system would say, "The villain is dangerous. He is using you. Once affection reaches 100%, he will imprison you." Then it forced her into cruel tasks. Task: make the villain jealous. Task: pretend to confess to the male lead. Task: ignore Lu Chengyan for 7 days. Every task hurt him, and every misunderstanding pushed him deeper into obsession. One rainy night, Su Yao deliberately avoided Lu Chengyan because the system threatened punishment. But when she returned home, she found him standing outside her apartment building, drenched in rain, eyes bloodshot, like a man who had gone insane searching for her. "Why are you hiding from me?" His voice cracked slightly. Su Yao's heart trembled. For the first time, she noticed something terrifying. The villain truly loved her. Chapter 6: The Possessive Villain. The system finally ordered her to abandon Lu Chengyan completely and return to the correct storyline. It arranged a romantic dinner with Gu Baikan. But before she could enter the restaurant, a black luxury car stopped beside her. The door opened. Lu Chengyan sat inside, expression dark, cold, terrifying. "Get in." Su Yao panicked. "I can explain. You're meeting another man." His eyes were filled with restrained fury. The air inside the car became suffocating. Then he suddenly laughed softly. A dangerous laugh. "I treated you too gently." That night, Lu Chengyan brought her to his private villa. Not to hurt her, but because he was afraid. Afraid she would disappear. Afraid someone would steal the only warmth in his life. He held her tightly and whispered, "Su Yao, don't abandon me." And for the first time, she hugged him back willingly. Chapter 7: The Truth About the System. One night, Su Yao accidentally overheard the system speaking. Not to her, but to someone else. A mysterious voice said, "The villain's emotional awakening exceeds expectations. Proceed with emotional destruction protocol. Erase host attachment if necessary." Su Yao's blood turned cold. The system never wanted her happiness. It fed on emotional suffering. The more heartbreak, jealousy, obsession, and pain it created, the stronger it became. That was why it constantly manufactured misunderstandings. It wasn't helping romance. It was controlling people like puppets. And Lu Chengyan had become unstable because of it. The system immediately noticed her suspicion. Warning: host deviating from main storyline. Suddenly, a violent headache exploded in Su Yao's mind. She collapsed screaming. The system threatened her coldly. Disobedience will result in memory deletion. Chapter 8: The Villain Fights the System. Lu Chengyan found her unconscious. When she woke up in the hospital, she finally confessed everything. The system, the tasks, the manipulation, the fake destiny. At first, he remained silent. Then he asked quietly, "So every time you pushed me away, you were being forced?" Su Yao burst into tears. "Yes." For a long time, Lu Chengyan said nothing. Then he gently wiped her tears. "You should have told me sooner." That was the moment everything changed. The villain stopped following fate and started fighting back. Using his intelligence and influence, Lu Chengyan investigated strange coincidences surrounding Su Yao. The impossible punishments, the electronic interference, the hallucinations. He began helping her resist the system. Every time it issued a task, he deliberately ruined it. When the system ordered Su Yao to kiss Gu Baikan, Lu Chengyan kissed her first. When the system demanded she leave him, he locked her fingers together with his and calmly said, "Then we'll rebel together." Chapter 9: The System's Final Attack. The system became furious. It revealed the truth. This world was a romance novel. And Lu Chengyan was never supposed to be loved. He existed only to suffer and become evil. But because Su Yao chose him, the storyline collapsed. The system demanded correction. It gave Su Yao one final ultimatum. Final task: kill the villain's love completely, or both of you will disappear. The system trapped Su Yao inside an illusion. In the illusion, she watched countless timelines. Every version ended the same. Lu Chengyan died alone, abandoned, broken, forgotten, because the world believed villains did not deserve love. But Su Yao finally understood the truth. He only became a villain because nobody ever chose him. So this time, she chose him. Chapter 10, Breaking Fate. Inside the collapsing illusion, Su Yao screamed. He is not your villain. He's my future. The system malfunctioned violently. Warnings flashed everywhere. Host emotional corruption detected. Storyline collapse imminent. Meanwhile, in reality, Lu Chengyan desperately searched for her. Ignoring injuries. Ignoring danger. Ignoring fate itself. Then, he heard her voice. And reached her. The illusion shattered. The system tried one final time to erase Su Yao's memories. But Lu Chengyan held her tightly and said, "Look at me. Even if you forget everything, I'll make you fall in love with me again." That single sentence destroyed the system completely. Because genuine love could not be controlled, the system shattered into countless fragments of light. And disappeared forever. Their happy ending. 1 year later, spring sunlight filled the streets of Shanghai. Su Yao opened a small dessert cafe. Lu Chengyan still looked cold and untouchable to everyone else. But in front of her, he became unbearably clingy. If she smiled at another man too long, he got jealous. If she worked overtime, he personally came to pick her up. Every night, he wrapped his arms around her like she might disappear again. One evening, while closing the cafe, Su Yao suddenly heard a familiar mechanical sound. System restarting. She froze. But then, the voice glitched and vanished. A new warm voice replaced it. "Congratulations. You changed the ending." Lu Chengyan walked toward her beneath the sunset. This time, there was no fate controlling them. No storyline. No system. Only choice. Only love. And for the first time in his life, the villain finally got his happy ending. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe Miss Novella.